Dakar, France, straight out of NZ over there. He's a city kickboxing boy.
I think he probably gets the
Look, especially, I mean, yeah, heavy favorite, but I reckon it's a decent bet to put down. Like, he's fucking.
Yeah,
you got to realize, I think, whenever these fights are happening in Australasia, in this region, the UFC is not stupid with their matchmaking. They're not gonna bring out fucking world beaters to beat the local boys out there. These guys are all gonna have tough fights, but if you're trying to grow a region, the worst thing you're going to do is bring out a bunch of fucking Dagestani murderers to just kill these guys. And then all of a sudden Australasia has no fighters anymore.
Yeah, no one to get a buzz behind.
Yeah.
Then you got Cal Potter. Cal Potter's one of the nicest dudes in MMA.
Cal Potter, he's he's over there at...
he trains out of Resilience, and he's obviously from Renegades, his gym, but everyone sort of gets together and trains at Resilience, and we train with him a lot over the years. He's a great dude. And to be honest, like, he just is the best, I reckon, at finding a way to win. Even the last UFC fight, he did that. He's scrappy, and he's got dangerous jiu-jitsu.
He's a legit black belt,
He's a very good black belt, So, and he's probably got, I don't know how many head kick knockouts. And I don't mean this disrespectful. Some of the ugliest head kick knockouts you've ever seen. But he works, and he works, and he can be. And he's also tough as fuck, got a really good chin, and he's durable. Like a lot of the guys from Resilience, they do a lot of tough rounds, and they just
those guys
put it through. So, I mean, Cal's like a big underdog there, but I would not write Cal off.
That I reckon that you kind of hit the nail a bit there. That guys coming out of that Resilience gym, like, there's one thing that you know that they're going to be out of there. Those cunts are all fucking tough, man.
Yeah.
Because those boys, like, I mean, we've been over there a couple times. Those dudes don't fuck around when it comes to training. It's like, we're in a fight. Like, I remember stopping. I was like, yo, are we getting paid today? Or like, what the fuck is going on over here? Why are you hitting me so hard?
So look, they do.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I love that where he's up next. So we got, and then we know one of the boys, Jake Matthews.
And Emil Meek, I trained with him quite a bit. He was out at American Top Team for a while. He's at Extreme Couture now, which is proven to be a pretty not up and coming. They're a pretty stable of a camp now. Yeah. I rate Meek pretty high. I think it's actually an interesting fight. I can't read Australian odds, so I don't know what that means.
So
he's
it means
the dog.
Jake Matthews is
quite favored.
Short favourite. Look, I think Jake's pretty good everywhere.
Yeah,
Jake's
I rate Jake.
Really clean stand-up, pretty good wrestling, good
he's
black
a
belt.
big, strong welterweight too, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe he made 55, didn't he?
Yeah, he only had like 2 or 3 fights at welter.
But I mean, like when we were going the other week, I was like,
the second heaviest welterweight in Australia.
Yeah, because Lyle weighs as much as I do. But no, look, if we're talking just gambling, it might not hurt. No offense, Jakey. I'm talking just money here. It might not hurt to put a small bet down on me, especially if you want.
We're looking at for everyone watching. We're actually looking at the odds. So Jake's $1.40 and $2.90. I think we might have a betting section of the week if someone wants to sponsor it. We'll sell that for anything. Yeah.
And then the next one. This is a fucking interesting fight. Loma Lookboonmee, the first Thai national to be signed to the UFC, fighting a short notice Angela Hill.
Yeah.
Angela Hill just fought recently. I think it was maybe 2-3 shows back. And then Loma's opponent pulled out. So Angela stepped up to fight. Hats off to her. That girl has been active as hell. I think she had something like 7 fights last year, something wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just fucking active as hell. But the thing on this fight is Angela fancies herself a Muay Thai specialist.
Yeah.
And Loma is a Muay Thai specialist. Yeah. Like, you can say what you want about the ties and everything, but look, this girl is before she transitioned to MMA, she was a legit top level, world level Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah.
And she's got some of the best use of, like, you know when you say guys like, oh, he's got good foot sweeps, got a good clinch game. It's like, nah, that's really not true. It's just nobody knows what they're doing in MMA. Loma is actually highly effective at it at the Thai level. And I feel like if Angela comes out and tries to get into a Thai boxing match with her, it's going to be a long night for her.
Yeah. And Loma's like pretty big.
Big dog. So
I think she matches up well against like Angela.
I reckon she does.
Unless Angela, I don't know how good Angela Hill's grappling is. That's obviously, you wouldn't want to put like Loma against a killer wrestler.
No, God, no, not yet.
But
that's for me. That's at Loma. I'm taking that one at that money, especially. I'm putting that down there.
Yeah. So the next couple, I don't actually know much about.
Kevin Aguilar and Zaburia. I know Zaburia gets around with Merbeck and Champ. Khabib. Thank you. Sorry, Jake's brain quits working sometimes due to the punches of the dome. So he's definitely your typical Chechen over there. Tough, good wrestling.
Yeah.
That's all I really know. Couldn't tell you to make a bet on that one, guys.
And Brad up in the next one against Magomed Mustafa.
Brad Riddell against a tough Magomed Mustayev.
Yeah, I think I was looking sort of. I don't know that much about him, but obviously he had a bit of a break after he lost to Kevin Lee.
Yeah,
and then and he's had 15 fights for 15 finishes.
Yeah,
so 11 by knockout and 4, and he's knocked out some decent strikers.
Yeah,
I think Brad is got to be one of the best strikers in MMA.
I would say, Brad's pure striking for MMA, pure striking wise, Brad's probably one of the better guys there is out there. It's just a matter of if Brad can start to adjust his game a bit more for what's effective in MMA, what's effective with small gloves on.
Yeah.
But again, he's a city kickboxing product. They've got a great mind running that gym over there. Eugene is the guy. The guy is fucking legit, Mr. Wizard. He's taking a small gym in New Zealand to fucking global status. So good on him there. I personally, I'm a little bit biased on this one, but it's pretty short money, but I'm gonna take Brad on that one.
Well, Brad's still underdog on the money, but I think Brad, as well. And then so obviously got Ben Sosoli versus
Lima, Marcos Rogerio de Lima. This dude was a former light heavyweight, couldn't make weight because he's a massive man.
Yep.
When I remember when I was training with him and I found out he was fighting at 93 kgs, I could not wrap my brain around it because he's 6'4" and just built, he's just huge. Yeah. Looks like an offensive lineman in the NFL. But he's just a Muay Thai wrecking machine. Little to no gas tank on him though. Yeah. Strong as an ox.
I mean, Ben's not fit, but he's got that sort of pace, that he can play. I shouldn't say Ben's not fit, but
Ben's not fit.
He doesn't look like he does lots of Ks.
He's not. Neither one of these guys.
But you saw Ben with the Greg Hardy fight. Definitely won the last round. Finished a lot stronger. And Ben, he's just Ben hits like a truck. He'll hang in there. Obviously, Ben copped a lot of leg kicks against Hardy, so you're going to think that
you'd hope with this upcoming fight that he might have adjusted some things.
Yeah, so because obviously De Lima will come after. He's
gonna come chopping legs. Now that being said, Ben hits like a goddamn truck, and if Ben puts fist on shin, it's a short night. And that's the thing with the traditional Muay Thai stylist. There's not a lot of head movement involved. Yeah. So if Rogerio doesn't bring his head offline, there's every chance that Ben can fucking crack him and make it a big night for him. Yeah. For me, that's a pick 'em, man. I don't fucking.
Yeah, it's a bit like heavyweights in general. Yeah, it's fucking two heavyweight strikers. Someone's probably gonna. Yeah, somebody's gonna go night. And Ben, I don't think I've ever seen Ben get slept. So I don't think Ben
got a dome on him.
Yeah, so Ben can take
big old Soli
head. And
because
even when Calvin on Hex, Ben copped some big shots and then just counted and slept and then almost killed that Calvin guy. I think. Were you there for that fight?
I think I was there. I might have left before it happened.
But he dropped Kelvin, and then pretty much Kelvin was unconscious on the ground. The ref was still like, finish him. And Ben was like, he's dead already. And then still made him hit two more. Actually, I won't say the ref. It's normally a ref that actually stops reasonably quickly. But I was like, the guy was in Neverland already, and just.
Then there's Yan. I'm gonna go with that's a Chinese national, and Karolina, the little Polish killer. I rate her pretty high. At least leading into that fight when she fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Yeah, she was on a tear, man.
She was undefeated.
She was beating girls' asses. I was about to say that differently, but I mean she was fucking girls up, and then just I don't know. Since then, she's been on a bit of a slide, but I mean she's still got it in the tank there.
She took it to Rose Namajunas and everyone in that division. All the killers in that division.
She was putting it on him. Yeah. Putting it on him. And I'm reading Aussie odds again. She's a dog on that one, yeah?
Oh, big underdog.
Big dog. Yeah. I'm taking that one then.
Yeah, $3
I rate her. Yeah. So what is that? That's 3-1 then? That's how they play?
You put on $1, you get
three. Oh, hell yeah. I'm taking that bet all day then.
Yeah.
100%.
We'll run some multis.
Yeah, we'll get some parlays going here. Yeah. And then after that one, we've got in the co-main event, shout out to Jimmy Crute. Yeah. Big main event on a major card out here. That's big for him. Fighting a Polish Mikhail Oklejczuk. Peanut butter in your mouth. Look, man, Jimmy's tough as shit. I've trained with that dude a couple times now. Yeah. I've yet to see an Australian that can take me down outside of Jimmy Crute, so shout out to him. Shut up, Simon.
You trying to sell more wrestling seminars?
Hey, my wrestling seminar went great. Thank you to everyone who came. Goddamn Olympian. But yo, Jimmy and Mikhail, I would honestly be talking out my ass if I said I knew much about Mikhail. I don't.
Yeah, neither do I. Look, I know Jimmy's pretty good ever, and Jimmy's been displaying a lot of his striking stuff. Yeah. But fuck, Jimmy can Jimmy is a very good grappler.
Thing, man, you get Jimmy on top of you, and it's a long day, man. I mean, you saw it in that Misha Sukrovic fight.
Yeah.
Like
that was back and forth.
If Jimmy would have fucking just slowed down and not been a 24-year-old there for a little while, that's a very different fight.
Yeah. He was actually definitely sort of owning for a period of time and just got excited.
He got excited.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of said it when we had Jimmy in here. I reckon if you put that fight with an older, wiser Jimmy, that's a very different fight. He just did some shit in that fight that was like, I'm not used to being here yet. I don't got it. And granted, Jimmy's very good and he's experienced, but like some shit you don't get until you get a little bit older. Like something's like just a little bit of pacing. Like fucking take a deep breath. You're still gonna be able to hit him, man. Just take a breath first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then where are you taking on that one? I'm just gonna go with Jimmy. I'm not
it's more. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Because I know he's good and I don't know the other guy.
I don't know shit about the other guy.
He's beating me up. The other guy hasn't.
Then in the main event, I find this to be a very interesting fight. Dan the Hangman Hooker, Paul Felder. What do you think there, man? That's an interesting one for me.
Yeah, they're both good strikers, but completely different styles.
Completely different styles of striking. Yeah. Different body types.
Yeah, like so Dan's obviously going to be long and keep distance and pick his strike. And Felder's going to try rush and close the distance hit. So I don't know. I think if Dan gets it on his term and it stays outside and keeps moving and catches him on the way in, then Dan wins.
Dan, the one thing I will never like. Paul's a very good striker, but something that Dan has that I don't feel like you can really teach or rate is he has an incredible ability to time ending shots. He can time guys with those knees. He can time guys with elbows coming in. Times guys with those straights coming in. His timing of finding the interrupters when a guy's opening up and trying to find something is truly, it's second to none that I've seen in MMA. He every time I watch Dan fight, it really does. Like, it makes me stop and be like, God damn, that boy can time some shit. I mean, those knees on Ross Pearson and some of the other things he's done, it is amazing.
And he's pretty much done that for everyone apart from the one.
Apart from that Edson Barbosa fight.
Yeah, and that was where he got his. Yeah.
And
but that also showed how fucking tough that Danny's.
No, Dan's tough as shit. I mean, Edson's got bodies on his fucking shits for sure. Like he killed Terry Edom. I'm pretty sure that dude's still dead. that was the most frightening kick knockout I've ever seen in my life.
That was
terrifying. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was the spinning heel kick one.
Yeah, so for the first spinning heel kick in the UFC, we probably can't pull it up because it's UFC shit, but if you guys have a chance, Google Edson Barbosa versus Terry Edom, and like, I mean, if you're weak to the stomach, it's a bad one. Like, that dude goes out. Anyway, as far as it goes with Paul Felder, Paul's a very good kickboxer as well, but he's a bit more of a, I honestly think it's a good fight for Dan. I think Paul's going to try to push the pace.
Yeah.
And I think if Dan cannot get bullied because of the size difference, Dan will be able to pick him.
Because Jason Sargo, who fought Paul Felder as well. And even Jason's striking is definitely not his strength, but he wasn't completely.
You're not outgunned.
And he sort of had finished with Paul's back, and I think he lost a split decision.
Yeah, he did lose a split.
Yeah.
So on that one, I don't know on that one. What do you think?
I think Dan. Like, if Dan gets to keep on his terms, and he's pretty good at doing that, and Paul doesn't have that sort of like explosive, like
he's got that one shot kill
that Barbosa.
Right. Yeah.
Look, I think it's probably the speed thing because Felder's not that quick. I don't know.
He's good. He's very technically sound.
Yeah.
Very technically sound. I mean, look, the thing is, at the end of the day, you can't take out a guy. You can't discount a guy who's been at Duke Rufus for as long as he's been. He's gonna have Duke in his corner. Those guys are all fucking legit strikers up there. So nothing that's coming out of city kickboxing, is going to be anything that the guys up at Rufus Sport haven't seen. So there's nothing hidden there. So I mean, at the end of the day, I hope for everyone's sake that it comes down to being a stand-up, to being a kickboxing match in small gloves. I feel like maybe if I was cornering, I would try to make it not that.
Yeah, you mean if you're on Felder's side?
If I'm on Felder's side, I'm probably saying put him on his back.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, and the city kickboxing guys are good at not being on their back.
Real good at it.
Yeah, and that's all the stuff they do is wall.
And Dan is getting up. Yeah, and Dan is very, very good at that city kickboxing, that long lead hand angle. Dan is one of the few guys I've actually found that to be effective with. Yeah. So if Dan can keep Felder at range and allow him to using that long lead hand when Paul goes to make his move inside to close distance, and that's when Dan can pick his shot. And he's so good at shutting the lights out when he gets you coming in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hooker on that one.
Yeah, same. Boom.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Talk about, obviously,